Nate.
Christian.
We're in Anberlin.
We're hanging out with Rob on
Punkvideosrock.com.
How's the tour? I know you guys have been here many times before, but how does it keep changing?
It's good so far. I mean, we're only like about a week in. It's been great. I mean, we haven't done it since 2009, so it's fun to be back on it, and we got some friends on it as well. So
yeah, it's been good. I mean, it's different, but it's the same. It's still Warped Tour, so it's a lot of heavier bands this year.
Yeah.
A lot of young bands too. Yeah. All of us, we blinked our eyes, and all of a sudden we're the old band on the tour. So, but I guess it's been 6 years, so whatever.
Definitely. Now you guys are working on that final album. What's it like going into the studio knowing that this is the last hurrah for Anberlin?
Yeah, it's different. It's actually done. The record's finished. We did finish it a couple months ago. Yeah, it was different for sure, but I think it was cool. It was a different headspace to be in because not a lot of bands can do that. Go in to make a record knowing that it's the last one. So you just kind of fearless. You kind of do whatever you want and just kind of go for it. And I feel like that's what we did. We didn't really we still pushed ourselves, even though it's our last record. We still wanted it to be something that felt like a progression, still felt like we were pushing ourselves up until the end. So it was cool. I thought it was really fun. I mean, it's just
kind of freeing in a sense. There's not really any expectations about sales or anything like that. I mean, obviously we wanted to do well, and we tried really hard. But from a writing standpoint, it was definitely very freeing. Just in we could do whatever the heck we wanted to do, and we basically self-produced it. So. Yeah, we just kind of, I think before, sometimes we'd hold back just in I don't know if we could do this, it's a little too weird, yeah. But that wasn't really the case at all on this record. We were just like, why not? Let's just do it, last record, whatever, so.
Yeah. Now what is it that makes it, I mean, it seems like you guys are so comfortable and ready, for this to, I mean, not saying that you're done and tired with it, but I mean, you guys seem ready for this to, this journey to end. So I mean, what makes you guys so comfortable being that way?
I mean, I just think just being thankful for, I mean, we've been touring for 12 years and we have, we're about to have 7 albums out. I think for us, I mean, that's further than we ever thought we would get. Just, that's crazy for any band to say that they've toured this long, to have this many records. So for me, it is kind of surreal and it is weird. I think as this year continues, it'll kind of hit us at different times. But yeah, just seeing bands that'll come out, put out a record and maybe 2 records and then break up, and having us still continue to keep going, I think that's what's made it okay for me, is sitting here, being on Warped Tour, finishing the final year with just good tours. I think I'm just thankful. So I'm really peaceful and calm about everything that's going on. So
absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's bittersweet, but it feels good to be going out on our own terms, it's not because we hate each other and it's not because we bottomed out or whatever. It's just kind of for some people, it's just time to pursue other things. So I'm with Nate. I'm definitely just grateful for everything that we've been given so far. I mean, it's been an amazing ride, and I've gone places I never thought I would ever go in my life. So, and it's fun.
Yeah.
This is a fun year. It's not I'm not sad. I mean,
like you said, it's bittersweet. Obviously, it's weird. It's all I've known for the last 12 years of my life is touring and being in this band. So, I think the initial, not sadness, but yeah, when it was first discussed, and I think that was even harder. But now being at this point, it feels right. It feels like the right time. So for us, instead of wallowing in this misery of the thought of it being over, it's it's exciting. It's a fun time, and so
celebration.
Yeah,
celebrating what we've done and the time that we spent together, and and celebrating moving on to whatever's next.
Now coming into this final album, what was one of the toughest songs that was there that you guys wrote?
I don't know if there was anything.
I think they were all tough.
Yeah.
I mean, it was honestly it was tough because it was we could have gone back through old B-sides and kind of just put out a record just to say we put out a record, but we didn't want to do that, so we pushed ourselves. And when we announced that we were ending, we still had to write a record, and it was kind of this pretty big commitment to say we're doing another record, and we just started writing. So for us, the songs that came out, the 10 songs that we did, I feel were the only 10 songs that could have been on this record, just because it all worked perfectly for these songs. It wasn't we had tons and tons to choose from. I mean, it was down to the last minute where we were okay, we got these 10 songs. And so for us, that was kind of a cool feeling too, though, to know that those are the ones that were supposed to be on the record. And it wasn't it wasn't easy. I mean, it was, we pushed ourselves. It wasn't something that was I mean, it could have been easy if we let ourselves make it easy, just like I said, with like older songs or rehashed ideas, but it wasn't. It was all new. It was all like progression and us pushing ourselves. So, but listening back, it's you know, you remember all this, the struggles of each song.
Yeah.
Like, this was tough. Like, we didn't know what was going to go here, but like, it's crazy to hear it all and hear it finish and like, whoa.
Because there weren't really expectations, but there was that pressure of like, this is the last thing we're leaving people with, so we really wanted it to be special. You know, we didn't want to half-ass it, and like, because we could have, you know, it was just like, oh, whatever, it's our last record, like, we're breaking up anyway. But, you know, I think we definitely, I beat my head against the wall a lot, for sure, just like trying to push myself, because it's like, you know, this is our final, this is like a farewell to everyone that's been listening, and for us, you know, listening back when I'm older, it's going to be like, you know, it's going to mean a lot to know what that record was and what we went through. I mean, there was definitely a time where
I was like, is this going to get made?
We were talking, we were just like, man, if we finish this is going to be a miracle. So, but yeah, I'm proud. I mean, I think it's an amazing record. So,
now, honestly, did working on this record make you guys think twice about this whole breakup situation, or?
No.
There was no point at all?
No, I feel like you almost confirmed it. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, like, everything has just felt right. And even while we were making the record, you know, I did wonder that. I was like, oh, when we're in there, is it going to feel? But like I said, it was emotional, but it was definitely at the point where I was like, oh, okay, this is definitely the spot that we're supposed to be at, you know? Because, you know, with 5 different guys, everyone's going to have different life experience. Everyone's going to be at different spots, especially when you've been together that long. So for us, I think we're all, you know,
at different places. You know, we're all grown-ass men now. We have families and
different things going on.
So to get us all on the same page is like pulling teeth these days.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, we are like, you know, all headed in this thing. So to bring it back for this record, it was tough. I mean, it really was. So I think that. So for me, it definitely was like, okay, this is the last record that we can make for sure. Yeah.
Nice. Now with the previous records, are you guys able to tell me one highlight from each record?
Oh yeah, I mean, I look back on every record and have like such good memories. I mean, it was insane. Our first record, I mean, for us, like we were just.
Oh, you 12?
Yeah, well, I was 15, so it was like, for me, I flew to Seattle when I was 15 to make a record on a label, and it blew my mind. That record is almost like a vague dream to me, because it felt like a dream, just being there, and like, it's crazy. So yeah, every record, I mean, there's each little things that are kind of stand out as like really special, and then yeah, but none of them's like higher than the other. They're all kind of cool for their own different reasons. So.
And collectively, what do you guys think is the biggest thing that Anberlin did, whether it was to the fans or just for yourselves? What did the band do? You know, what was the biggest achievement?
I think just doing what we did, you know, for as long as we did, and still loving each other, you know. I think that's a big achievement, honestly. Like, we're all, like we said, we're all still really close, and there's no animosity or. That's a feat to, you know, it's like having 4 girlfriends, honestly. Living together 24 hours a day, 10 months out of the year for 12 years.
And like running a business together, dealing with money, dealing with everything, and still being able to stay friends is crazy to me. So it's like, I'd say for sure that's our biggest accomplishment. And the fact that like, just being consistent, I'm really proud of that. I think that there's something to be said without like patting ourselves on the back. I mean, with every record, I feel like we pushed ourselves, every tour, everything that we did. I feel like we didn't just settle. We didn't just like kind of follow trends. Yeah, we stuck. I listened back to our first record, and I'm still proud of it. I have nothing that we're like embarrassed about. And even the way we're going out right now, I feel like is another testament to us as far as like being able to stay on the path of like classiness, if you will. So yeah, I'm thankful for that for sure.
And Aaron Sprinkle was a big part of you guys. What was it about him that, you know, you guys basically stayed with him as long as you could?
I mean, that's a better question for you.
Yeah, I mean, we heard he did a demo with actually Christian's, or EP with Christian's band before Anberlin, and we heard that, and we just thought it was so good. I mean, and he's done previous records that we'd heard, so we did our first 3 records with him, and he's just an incredible producer. I mean, he's such a good musician. He just has such a good ear for just tons of stuff. So yeah, it was great. We ended up doing 4 records with him out of 7. And then he did vocals on this record. So yeah, he's a great friend at this point too. We've known him for so long, and we just really connect with him well. So I think that's why we always kind of went back to him. He's just really, really talented.
So I mean, what else is next? The World Tour, Warped Tour, and then that's it.
Yeah, I mean, after this, we're going to the UK, and then Sweden, and then we're going to Brazil and Australia, Singapore, Philippines. So we're doing like a world thing. Yeah. What'd you say?
Back to Europe.
Back to Europe. We are?
With the Navy shows.
Oh, yeah. Shh, can't tell anyone about that. So Europe, and then we're going to come back, and then we'll do a final, like, fall, like, headlining tour. So, like, wrap it all up.